YouTube? This your boy D-Man coming at you live with some Fallout 4 gameplay once again. So, our previous post, we went to the glowing sea and we found out that Virgil, or whatever the guy's name was an actual super mutant, and he provided us with some information that we needed to find our son Sean. It looks like the Institute still has Sean. We're going to go over and try and find him over at the Institute, and we're going to try and recover him. I don't believe that this is going to lead us to the end of the game. I think this is just another rabbit hunt on a rabbit trail that we'll go through to get to the end of our quest and our missions. So, just so you know, while I was in the cave with Virgil, I did find a Tesla Science magazine. It is sitting right over on the shelf. Most of Virgil's items that are in his cave are untakeable. They're red. They are, if you take them, he will fire upon you, and then you'll have to deal with his turrets and everything else inside of his cave for his protection. We did not want to do that, but we did want to grab this Tesla magazine, which we could take it. When you hovered over it, it turned yellow instead of turning red. So with that, folks, our Tesla magazine will give us energy weapons that permanently inflict 5% critical damage. As you can see, it is just a Tesla magazine. I'll give you guys a quick run around of it and a front and back flip. That way you can see what it is that they are providing us with. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, folks, and then I'll point my crosshairs right at where the magazine came from, so those of you that are in this cave will not miss it. So the magazine was sitting right here on this here table, which is a refrigerator that is upside down, and as you can see, every item in here is red or salmon or some sort of deep pink color that you cannot take. There is our guy Virgil, and looking around his cave, there is a robot right in front of the lights, and right next to his chem station, the magazine was sitting right here on the table. With that said, folks, we're going to fast travel out of here, because if you did not watch my previous post, please go back and watch that post so you can see what terror and agony that we had to go through to get through the glowing sea. We do not want to navigate back through the glowing sea. That is just too much to do. We used up a lot of our resources, our stim packs and Rad-X and Radaway, just to make it over here to this cave. But we have done it, folks, and now I think we are gonna have to exit. And if you don't fire on Virgil, these turrets and everything will not fire upon you. So I'm gonna try and fast travel from here. I'm not sure if it'll let us do it, but our next quest is going to be traveling to CIT, where we will be running and trying to get inside of the Institute's headquarters. And as you can see, Virgil's cave is off the grid. It is definitely outside of the marginal line here, where it seems to be the game map is divided into. So here we go, folks. We cannot fast travel from this location, so I'm going to step outside the cave here, show you guys around a little bit, just for a brief second. There's a lot of radiation out here, and then I'm going to go ahead and fast travel. So Virgil's cave, located off the grid over in these hills, and of course there is our death claw that we battled with earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this guy off just because he is mine for the taking, and I want his hide. I have no idea what a rack is, but I'm going to go ahead and take that just in case it is worth something, folks. Now I'm going to be able to fast travel over to CIT and get out of the glowing sea. Alrighty, folks, as promised, I am at CIT, which is where the Institute is located. I am going to navigate my way over. First, I'm going to do a quick save just in case I need to come back to this place or I accidentally step on a mine and it wipes me out for some reason. The CIT ruins, though, is definitely where you want to be. It is where our Institute soldiers and our robots are located. So this mission, I have to kill one of the tough cybernetic robots. It's supposed to be the Institute's the Institute's worst, our toughest robots. And I'm going to go ahead and try and navigate over to where they're located, try and find one. I need to kill one so I can get his brain. One thing I wish I would have did, folks, is went over to my headquarters and repaired my armor. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, folks. I apologize, but I took a lot of damage over in the glowing sea, which damaged my armor to where I have to now carry the load, and it's making me weigh a little bit too much.
These weren't here. Wait, are those Brotherhood markings?
And I forget, folks, the Brotherhood of Steel called us back here. I hope they don't make me go on some crazy mission.
Cavalry's arrived. I don't know where you're going, but if you want to remain a part of the Brotherhood, I'd be back.
So first of all, folks, I need to grab a couple of supplies here. I don't believe I have any metal. I need to get some metal, get some aluminum, all the necessary things that I need to repair my armor. Looks like I'm gonna get quite a few items out of here, folks. And I have some things that I did leave down inside the chamber there, so that I can repair my armor.
Scribe Halen, Proctor Quinlan has just sent over his findings regarding artifact collection locations.
Good. Spent months surveying the area. I was running low on sites to investigate.
Well, Quinlan seems to think that these new locations are a sure thing.
All right.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Capital Wasteland.
I am gonna go back up the stairs here, folks, and try and find some more metal.
Another batch of
One of the things I do know is that I'm gonna need a lot of that, a lot of metal, so I'm pretty sure I don't have enough in the current inventory that I have with me.
All forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
But I'm gonna find some, and I'm going to try and repair my armor.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Got it.
Look at there, folks. I found the guns and bullets. You see what I say about just digging around, looking at everything that you can look at inside the open world here, and this guns and bullet magazine will enhance some of my abilities. It gives me a plus 5% critical damage for ballistic weapons. All right, look at that, guns and bullets.
Can't keep you out.
Back at it, folks. My apologies. I had to take care of another thing on the side, on a side quest. I'm just gonna keep loading up here with things until I get to a point to where I am too heavy. Then I'll go down and try and repair my armor.
You can relax now. Reinforcements have arrived.
Cavalry's arrived. I don't know where you're going, but if you want to remain a part of the Brotherhood, I'd get back here.
So we may have enough stuff, folks, to get ourselves repaired. I'm gonna go down and see if I need anything else. If I do, I have Piper, and she has a bunch of my items. And I also left some items down here in the stairwell where I will pick them up before I enter the room.
Ugh, I'm not gonna leave the bath for a week after we get out of here.
Paladin Dance is waiting for you inside, recruit. Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner. The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight. Good thing Dance's team sent that signal to us. Otherwise, they'd be on their own right now.
Alrighty, folks, looks like I've got all my upgrades. I'm gonna take
Is a magnificent ship. And
all the other stuff that I picked up out there, and I'm gonna drop it here in this room. The reason why, folks, I don't want to carry this stuff around.
we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
And I don't want Piper carrying it around either.
Say the word.
I'm sorry I took your money, Piper. Alrighty, folks, we're back in the game. Let's go, Piper. Fix your weapon up. Let's hit the road. I will stop by and talk to Paladin Dance just to see what he's talking about.
The big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Who's Elder Maxon?
He's a dangerous man, that's what he is.
Maxon is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Looks like I'm gonna go for a little ride first, folks.
Seeing that airship looming over the Commonwealth is a hell of a sight.
I'm not ready to lose my trust factor with the Brotherhood, so I'm gonna go for a ride. But I tell you what, folks, it don't seem like the Brotherhood is somebody that I want to be friends with. If my girl Piper didn't like him, she seems to be pretty straight up and pretty straightforward. I think I might have to become enemies with them at some point. There's our CRT building, folks. I would like to take some shots at that building.
How drastically your perception of the battle changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
What a boring airplane ride. I'm waiting on some enemies to try and pop some shots at us, but doesn't seem like there's going to be any action. I won't get to fire this baby anytime soon.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my stuff. Then.
Look alive.
Just let me know.
Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted, and welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I field promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request. Place the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prigman and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Captain Kells?
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel in the capital wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our beneath the Commonwealth. There is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Sith. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Hull plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
Look alive.
Point the what? You hungry? These always keep me going.
That's all for now.
Okay.
Balanet Alpha, 93%. Compensated.
Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems reporting green.
System deltas at 100%. Secondary deltas standing by.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
So it looks like my girl Piper did not like that I talked to the old man. And I'm going to be putting it out there, folks. I'm going to be willing to say that the old man ultimately that put the Institute up against me and took my son Sean is the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel. Pure speculation at this point, folks, but the writing is on the wall. In order to find out if I'm right, you're just gonna have to watch my post. say, Piper, I'm looking for our new place to stay.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I've had enough of learning these foolish ways.
My experience.
So, folks, I'm not navigating this airship that well. Seems a little difficult to get around.
Proximity sensor's green. Getting a 3-second hit.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on. Taking on a death call without backup is a great way to get yourself killed. Ad Vitorium, brother.
Don't have the key.
I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxon. I'll administer your exam after you've checked in with Dance and Elder Maxon.
I believe we're due for a bit of a chat after you've spoken to Elder Maxon and Paladin Dance. So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
All right, Piper, that's what I'm talking about. Sit down, relax, grab yourself a cold one. And I have finally found Paladin Dance.
Dance?
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Exercise extreme caution out there, Piper. The Commonwealth is hazardous for civilians.
I can handle myself, soldier boy.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that. I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Let's trade.
This is what I've got.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
You point, I shoot.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, good. We're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. There are other scribes within the Brotherhood that consider fictional material essential. But I refuse to allow them aboard this vessel. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
You fry up a hunk of crab with a little Nuka-Cola, it almost tastes like food.
Excuse me.
Pull up a stool, Knight.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you can't fix it...
I can't.
Have you ever fired a minigun?
You're the one who decided to kick your way through a fire.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, muty, and synth and shoot them into space.
So, I'm a recruit.
Hey, walking away like that is just plain rude.
Proctor Ingram.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
I'm not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we'd pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
Actually, you seem to be getting around really well.
I suppose it's better than the alternative. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
Put two in the head and they'll stay dead.
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it?
If you need it, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge. When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Excuse me.
So folks, I just hope you know my choice for sending Piper over to the castle was to protect her. This next mission I'm going to go on at the CIT, I'm going to need some muscle. And Paladin Dance, being that he has a power armor suit, seems to fit the bill. I'm looking for elders so-and-so. Doesn't seem to be able to find him anywhere.
Turbines at 87% efficiency.
But I will take his buff
Station
out
keeping maintained.
and his Salisbury
Thrusters stable.
steak.
We're getting a 3% Z tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Now that you've had a chance to roam the Pridwin, what do you think, Knight?
She's very impressive.
Yes. Quite a feat of engineering, isn't she? It took the Brotherhood's sharpest minds over 2 years to design, and more than twice that to build.
Time well spent, I'd say.
Indeed. With the Pridwin in our arsenal, we can mobilize our entire division, sending her anywhere that Elder Maxon wishes her to go. Her presence in the Commonwealth ensures that our mission to defeat the Institute will end in victory.
They don't stand a chance.
Amen to that, soldier. In any event, I hope your tour of the Pridwin helped acclimate you to our way of life up here. I think you'll find that the more familiar you become with both her capabilities and her crew, the longer you'll survive as a member of the Brotherhood. You're dismissed, Knight.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Control systems on board.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there. Wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed, and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Having the Pridwin moored above the air.
You got a new assignment.
Yeah,
Prestigious.
beats guard duty. Why? Wouldn't it?
Vanguard. Not in the next rotation. I need a couple of super.
That's right, folks. Why would I leave the bird when there is all these super mutants out here that I can take care of with this super machine gun? Somebody over here is giving me the business. Aha, there you are. So I do want to take care of this guy because he's pretty tough. And he's out. These guys are chumps. Super mutants. You know, if it wasn't for super mutants being abominations, some of the things that the old man was saying does not coincide with a moral judgment. And just because these guys are abominations does not make them enemies of the state. However, since this is a video game, and the task is to rid the wasteland of all things that are inhuman, and I want to get to the part of the quest where I get to the Institute, I went ahead and eradicated them. But back to what I was saying, folks. No one said a super mutant was inhuman. Remember Virgil, he's a super mutant that was transformed by a formula. So there's no telling if these guys are in the same boat. We just assume that these guys are bad for business, but that's not the truth, folks. Just because they're super mutants don't mean that they're less than human. Now we just need to find our entrance, because I'm sure there's a ton more of these guys to battle through. What is this I'm carrying here? It looks like some sort of missile launcher. Yeah, that's supposed to be the Institute rifle. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's go in here with a quick save. Let's go and get us some Rad-X and a stem pack. And let's do a quick save. And back in the action, folks, we're going to go ahead and try and navigate our way into their castle here and see how many of these mutants we can pulverize. So far I'm really having trouble getting my bearings. Seems like I'm heading in the right direction, but I was not. And as we know, Strong is not a evil super mutant. He is actually a friend, not a foe. So I wonder if they're going to try and have me kill Strong. And at that point, I'm definitely going to not be friends with the Brotherhood of Steel.
Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Ah, carrot stuff. Buckethead would show up and his legs clean off.
That's it.
Someone there.
Hey, nobody said they were smart. Get them Paladin Dance while I go over here and shake these guys down real quick. Lots and lots of bullets, folks. That is exactly what we need to further progress in this game. If you didn't notice, this game takes a lot of bullets from you, and then you have to continue to find them. Alrighty, folks, I had a malfunction with my headset. Back in the game, I'm going to take these mentats, and it looks like my Rad-X wore off, but that's okay. I'm inside a building that don't seem to have too much radiation. Even though there's a bunch of super mutants here, this seems to be a pretty pleasant place to be right now.
Nice.
These guys are loaded with Fat Man, so one thing for sure, folks, we will get blown away with some mini nukes.
Remain vigilant. This place may appear abandoned, but that doesn't...
Yes.
Alrighty, so right away, folks, we have stumbled upon a U.S. Covert Operations Manual, and this does permanently make us more difficult to detect while sneaking. So if you wasn't paying attention, folks, this is one of the best things to get in the game. When you duck down and you do your sneak move, this will stop other predators and other enemies from finding you.
I mean, we should drop our guard.
There's a safe here in the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it. Maybe there'll be some more mini nukes.
Sweet.
Okay, let's see what we found.
You can take this pistol. Well, I mean, I'm not too heavy, folks, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. You know, Dance, you're getting on my last nerve. If you don't stop trying to steal my stuff. That would be a nice sniper, but you know, it's only doing 45 damage. It's a 45 cal. Our tactical powerful, our tactical hardened. I'm gonna keep the tactical powerful. And I also picked up this sniper here. I'm gonna check and see if I have another one that is shooting 45s. And if I do, I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna keep which one I'm gonna keep. Watch it, Paladin Dance. I need to try and get to some of this other stuff. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna go back in this other room and we're gonna try and get our other stuff from these other super mutants that we took out a little bit earlier in the game. That, my friend, was not pretty. He spread his legs wide open for me. How gross was that? Close your legs, guy. I put a bullet in him for doing that. So folks, as you can see, checking everything in the game is always a must. If you overlook something or think you got everything, you have certainly missed something. There's a technical document. Something to take back to the airship. Industrial size shortening. I haven't seen that in the game yet, folks, but I don't think I have a need for it. So I'm gonna pass on that one this time. And I have leveled up, but I'm not gonna take my level up just yet. I'm gonna see what I need once I get done with this mission. And I cannot stress enough to you guys, please, 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 remember to quick save. I would hate to go through all this and have to start all the way over. You get hit by a mini nuke, it is over, lights out, kablooey. You will definitely have to go back and start all over. No one wants to do that, folks, so I have already quick saved. If you didn't see me do it, I will do it again just to make sure. And I'm not ready to navigate to another floor yet. I just still want to see if I missed anything in here, like any enemies, or if there's anything that
This area seems to be in disarray.
I can get out of this level. Alright, Paladin Dance, if all you're going to do is call shots and complain, I will send you back to where you came from and get my girl Piper. At least she knew to keep her mouth shut and just watch my 6. But folks, like I said before, I need Paladin Dance so I can fight the Institute. That is why I sent my girl Piper back over to... I actually sent her to the castle where I sent Strong, and that way I know where to go and pick her up at. This room looks pretty promising. Maybe I've been in here and skipped over some things, but it looks like there might be some junk in here. Alright, so getting back to where I was, I'm going to go ahead and hit the elevator and take it up a notch. I didn't hit the Nuka-Cola, but then again, there was nothing to get. So once I find the elevator, folks, we're gonna go up or down depending on where the elevator takes us. And here we go. We should be getting into some action here, folks. If there is an elevator, yes there is. Let's go, Paladin Dance. Where I want to go is where I have my crosshairs to the door with the little square on the top. So I'm almost guaranteeing that once we come out of here, folks, we're going to be in some action. So a quick save right here is necessary. Yeah, that did not sound good. It sounded like one of those humongous mutants, which I am not afraid.
It's been totally torn to pieces.
And so far we're not finding too many things that are good. Let's roll, Dance. Where's all my mutants at? Did I already rip you guys one? I mean, I ripped a few. Medics! I hear someone. Why, it is me. These guys actually have a nice growing plant. Yeah, whatever you're fighting out there, dude, I am cool on that. You can handle it, bro. You started it, you finish it. You mess around and get me running into a suicide mutant going nuclear. So far, Paladin Dance has proven his worth. He is over here battling with these guys like I expected him to, but now I have to step in and give him a little hand. You know, I need to put up, get a grenade, a frag grenade, some type of grenade going on here. There you are. And whatever that was. Okay. You did go legendary, and I am going Huckleberry. And I had a feeling there was somebody scope creeping on me.
I lost him. Over there.
Over where? Yeah, will you do that dance? I'm doing me. Does that look like a mini nuke? Oh wow, that was a straight up missile launcher. Maybe even a mini nuke, but whatever it was, did not stand a chance against this Institute Pistola. He was not shooting toy rocket ships. Recoil compensated. You know, that's one thing I do hate about this, is it is hard to figure out what you just picked up. And it looks like maybe it was this junk. Certainly wasn't that. Well, now, who'd you fight with and then you run? Okay, penetrating. Oh, this is pretty nice. Just holding this in your hand. And I gotta hold it in mine. But it put me about 7 pounds overweight. Which I will have to figure out what I'm gonna get rid of. Why this straight automatic combat shotgun? Goodbye. Let me see, that put me below, so I'm good. Quick save here, folks, so I can continue where I left off in case I get dealt with, handled, touched upon, whatever you want to put it, however you want to put it. Dance, where'd you go, Dance? Better dance your butt back over here. Yeah, them Dandy Boy apples are pretty tasty, but you know, I'm pretty loaded up with all this stuff. You know, as before, I had nothing to take. Now I have plenty. But you sure can run out quick, so I'm going to continue to load up on whatever type of meds and stuff I can find. And I'm checking these terminals, folks, because you never know which one has the turrets. So far, the castle has been kind of weak. I only found one good thing, but it was one good thing nonetheless. Now I'm kind of at a crossroad, folks, but I'm gonna take the high road, and I'm gonna go to the other side, which I believe it makes a big circle, because our super mutant went that way and came out the other side. And if I find a fusion core in the process, that would be nice. But we did find some medics, and that was nice too. Some shotgun shells, of course, we definitely need those. Get this sweet shotgun, it's suppressed, it is awesomely, wickedly powerful. But the problem is, I never have any shotgun bullets. And as I thought, folks, it just made a big giant circle, led me back over to our super legendary super mutant, who was nothing of a legend at all. Me and Dance took care of that guy fairly easily. That is why, folks, I wanted Sergeant Dance with me as opposed to Piper when it comes to facing the Institute. And you know, another thing, I do not know where Dance is at, but my guess is he's over here battling something and taking care of some business while I'm just over here searching for things. So good call on sending my girl Piper back to the castle. She is tucked away safely, being guarded by some of my homeboys, and there's no way she's gonna be in any type of trouble. 2 more mini nukes for our fat boy, which we can never go wrong with those. So there is a little music playing, which means I have gotten to somewhere, maybe to the end of the quest, maybe on the way to my death here. Who knows? And I still haven't found Paddling and Dance, so there's no telling where this guy is located. But these are all the weapons craters, I believe, that the Brotherhood of Steel wants to get their hands on. So it seems like we have really did damage to these super mutants, and we have just about cleared out the entire castle. If we did now, be surprised. I have no idea where Paladin Dance is at. He is certainly MIA, folks, but I will catch up with him and locate him. He's got to be around here somewhere. don't know if I should call him Paladin Dance or Dance. Wherever he is MIA. Did he bone out on me? I have no idea. But what I do know is I'm all alone, folks.
Look at this
Oh.
place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
I don't really hate them, Dance. It's just part of the quest.
Paladin Dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Absolutely. Wiping them out was a pleasure.
I wish all of mankind shared your sentiment. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Saturday is again.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed. If we're fortunate, we might...
Alrighty, folks, it's not that I agree with Paladin Dance, but I have to agree with him to play along with the story. I don't know that these super mutants are evil. I don't know that they're capable of the destruction and the madness and chaos that these Brotherhood of Steel say they do. I know Strong, he's been a good companion of mine, and he seems to be fairly compassionate. So I'm not going to take what Brotherhood of Steel says for granted, but I'm going to play along with the storyline until I do not need the Brotherhood of Steel any longer. But right now, folks, I need the Brotherhood of Steel because they have all the weapons and the armor. So it only seems appropriate that until I face off with the Institute that I need to stay with the Brotherhood of Steel. And they have this cool airship, so why would I not want to be a part of that? I'd have to be an insane madman to want to give all this up at this particular point in the game. And my advice to all of you is when you see something that is of this monstrous size and this hideous looking, don't judge a book by its cover. This guy could have actually been a friend and not a foe. I might have walked up to him and he might have given me a big fat bear hug and a big wet kiss on the cheek. But I'm going to shake him up, check his pockets real quick, see what he has. As far as weapons go, I did see a nice sniper rifle. Maybe that might be a decent one. We will check it out and we will see. That does look pretty good to me, folks. Look at that head barrel on that baby. It is definitely suited for some battle. just so you people can see the shotgun I was talking about. Look at that baby there. That is so sweet and sexy. Oh my gosh. If you had this in your arsenal, you would understand why I'm so in love with this gun. But as you can see, folks, I only have 34 shotgun shells, and it seems like ever since I found this gun, there has been a limited amount of shotgun shells that I could find. But I do have some very interesting guns now, and it's kind of hard to decide which one I want to give up. I'm going to look for other places to lose some weight, shed some pounds, jump on a keto diet. Oh, well, I lost a drinking glass. Salisbury steak, rat scorpion meat. Is that even gonna take my health up any? Unbelievable, man. Ooh, it took my health up. All the way up. Where's Paladin Dance? Will you carry one of these weapons? Or are you just boned out? Look like you just jetted out on me. And I am still quite a few pounds overweight, which means I'm going to have to leave a weapon, and I'm going to leave this automatic laser pistol because I don't think it's going to do me very much good. And I'm still 8 pounds overweight. So between this, one thing I wish we had in this game was a side-by-side comparison for our weapons. Borderlands 2 has that, folks, but this game does not. Maybe in our next couple of versions they will get that sophisticated and give us that side-by-side comparison view. These two weapons look identical in... almost identical. Let me see what these scopes look like. Hold on a second, folks. We might be figuring out which one we want to keep. The other one is bayoneted. Do I really care about that? I kind of do. This one does have a current mod for a marksman stock and a medium quick eject mag with a muzzle brake. Taking a look at this one in our current mods, we have a calibrated powerful receiver, a long ported barrel, a recoil compensating stock, a large eject mag, a long scope, and a large bayonet. Wow, this gun is pretty sophisticated here, folks. The only thing we're missing is that nice muzzle tip, which, what benefit does that muzzle tip give us? Let's take one more look before we decide to drop it. Our accuracy is 113. Our value is 295. Our accuracy is 112. Our value is 287. Wow, these guns are just so close to each other. I am almost confused as to which one I'm going to keep. So maybe I will just keep both of them. Neither one is doing as much damage as my... I believe the marksman has a better sight. You know, I will take a look at it. So the marksman has a pretty decent sight. And the penetrating, that is not it. The recoil has the same sight, but it does have that bayonet action, which I am so confused because I never had a gun with such a lovely muzzle tip. Makes you just want to fire one off. But folks, we gotta make a decision, and I'm going to go ahead. $295 is the value on that one. I'm going to go ahead and keep the one that is with the bayonet, folks. I'm not gonna fall in love with that muzzle tip too much. Then I'm gonna go back to my Institute laser, because what I didn't know about that Institute laser is that it was doing so much freaking damage. Yes, sir. That is the one, buddy. Let's go ahead and get moving, folks. It has been nice hanging out with the super mutants, but now it's time to head over to our landing craft and get into, oh, we have some bullets here. Don't want to miss those. Considering I just shot off a few rounds testing out those snipers. Bullets are precious. I know it seems like it's just a small commodity, but if you don't pick up every bullet you come across, you will be bulletless. You will be suffering. You will be upset. You know, and I think I'm gonna just fast travel to where I need to go. And I'm going to fast travel to the Prudent. And you know, folks, I did this post for the CIT Institute, but I have not made it there yet because I've been dealing with the Brotherhood of Steel. I know what to do with the sense if I run into any of them. I am going to take their heads off.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now,
I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Anything you need, Elder. You just say the word.
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
Your meeting with Dr. Amari seemed fairly telling. If the Institute has the capability to teleport its synths, then we're in for quite a fight. There must be a way to tap into the teleport signal, and your mysterious lead in the glowing sea could provide us with the answer. If you need any assistance mitigating the radiation in that godforsaken location, speak to Proctor Tegan. I'm certain he'd be willing to help.
Could those mysterious energy readings Paladin Dance's recon team detected be related to teleportation?
The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own, so we're not certain. However, that would explain why the readings are so random and short-lived. I'll have our scribes focus on improving our scanning techniques to learn more. Anything else you wanted to ask, Knight?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Superstructure integrity 3. Hull plating stable.
Nothing to report right now, Knight. How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry
Joining our
about
cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother.
Excuse me.
Dumb and ugly for a child? It'd be a super gift.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, After several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
I'm sold. If you're looking for someone to help, you can sign me up.
I appreciate the offer, but unfortunately, I've hit a stumbling block. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, brother. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Have you collected any blood samples?
Don't start bugging me, lady. Jeez. Some people.
Of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything...
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
Dr. Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Good. Add Victoria, Squires.
Add Victoria!
Dismissed.
Night.
That was pretty neat, leading to nowhere.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Excuse me.
You know those synths with the plastic faces? They creep me the heck out.
Man, you haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrate. Now that's a challenge.
Squire.
Elder Maxon says it's important to take our duties as a squire seriously. I would never let him down.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot. Leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
Yes.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.
Alrighty folks, so I thought I was going to be showing you the Institute, but it looks like I'm doing a gameplay walkthrough. This is more or less just a super duper manhunt. I have no idea where Paladin Dance went. He has disappeared on me, and I need to locate him and then get back to business with the Institute. In the meantime, folks, I'm just running around gathering all the ammo I can get.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down.
Well, my personal storage, I have found it. Alright, I have found my locker and my personal storage, which is awesome. I had no idea it was way the heck over here. I need a personal room, folks.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up scraping rust off of Prydwen's hull from the outside.
Well, Captain Kells, or Kelly, whatever his name is, he will not be making me scrub anything off of anything. That would be the last time that me and the Brotherhood seen anything eye to eye, if that was the case.
Yes. Got it.
Oh, post mine, I'll take it.
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
That's okay, lady.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
You my bunkie? I can roll with that. Alright, this is where I heard all the noise at. Okay, so I see where I can get to my bunk at, right up there. Awesome.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Dude, where the hell you been?
Make it quick. We have a lot of ground to cover.
Need the key.
Why this is not my room, dude. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, where's this guy at? Proctor so-and-so. Thought he was in here. With the books.
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps you were interested in aiding a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
Ah, good. I was beginning to run out of materials to study. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Alrighty folks, it seems like I found the Proctor. I've turned in all my stash, and I gave him a technical document. Wow, look at there. There's a technical document stuck in his desk.
Excuse me, Proctor Quinlan.
I'm gonna turn around and sell it to him.
You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
Splendid. I'll put them to use right away. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember.
Alright, put them back in your desk so I can sell them to you again.
Documents. Check every building you...
Gotcha. Alrighty folks, we're gonna have to come back and do another series for our CIT mission. In the meantime folks, until we meet again, please subscribe, like, follow my posts, post your feedback. All comments are welcome. All criticism is appreciated. Please, if you can, help me develop out a better video source, a better video feed for you, a better channel. Please tell me what your likes or dislikes is. Share, like, and post your comments. And until we meet again, folks, this is D-Man saying goodbye and good evening.